What is going on, Dragon Ball fans? We're going to be talking about episode 125 of Dragon Ball Super. Now, before I get into this episode, I want to give you guys thank you for all the love and support you guys have given me. Also, if you're new to the channel, consider about liking the video, subscribing to the video, also my links are below. Let's go ahead and talk some Dragon Ball, shall we? And first off, I gotta say, it does leave off right where we see Vegeta and Goku against Jiren, and they're trying everything they have. It's not working, and Vegeta tries a final flash while Goku tries to distract Jiren, but it doesn't work. Jiren deflects it with his eyes, and then we see where he's like, he's not even sweating no matter what we do, and Goku's like, yeah, that's what makes him interesting. He says, let's go again, and he says, don't order me around. But we do see where Beerus actually gives Gohan respect and prompts, and he actually tells him that you did good. He says, thank you, and Goku looks, and he says, keep your eye on the thing. He says, sorry, you ready? He says, yeah, let's go. And then it goes into 17 running away from Topo, and Topo keeps going just as Flash. And then we do see where he's using the shield, and he says, that precious shield, he says, I'm going to break through it. And he actually starts releasing Justice Flash, but then 17 starts using his blast attacks on him. He says, you really think that's going to work on me? He says, no, but it's part of the plan. 17 is trying to make sure that they have more numbers of fighters on the field than Universe 11, and that is exactly what 18 says. She says, we have infinite energy. She says, so it doesn't matter as long as time runs out. Then Topo sees an option. He starts running on the wall, and we do see where 17 is blasting, and then he finally stops and he says, I'm gonna do everything I can to protect my universe, and 17 says, so will I. And he just unleashes a huge attack, and so does 17, and they're going back and forth. And this really did remind me of the Cell arc with Gohan and Cell, and then what Vegeta did. But when we see Frieza, he says, I gotta say this on the side before I tell you everything. Frieza, oh my god, I loved Frieza in this episode, but at the same time, I was like, holy crap. But Frieza, he goes, oh, he's just like, 17, you're not done. And he says, you're playing around. And he says, oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Justice. And he starts going, he says, I'm gonna give you time to respect. He starts using death beams at Topo, and then he's just like, you. And he says, come on. He says, come on. He says, you think you're so tough. He says, give me some of that justice. He says, but he says, I don't think you will. And then he just unleashes massive ki blast on Topo, and then 17 does as well, and Topo actually just takes in his own blast as well as 17's as well as Frieza's. And then as soon as that happens, Frieza just goes, well, he says, I guess you want all that would be anyway. He says, so he says, I'm gonna take out trash. He says, trash belongs in the trash bin anyway. He says, but he's on gently knock you off the stage, and he just gets up right to him. He says, besides, he says, aren't you a little angry? He says that your precious suit was destroyed. And then Topo just kind of looks up at Frieza. He says, I'm done. He says, I'm beyond justice and evil. He says, it's time to end this. And he actually is like, he just starts transforming, and Frieza backs up. And then so does 17, and he just like starts looking, and everyone starts sensing this energy. And then Jiren stops the fight between Goku and Vegeta, and he says, so I guess Topo made up his mind. And they're all feeling it, and Beerus says, that's God of destruction power, that's destruction power. And even Frieza is looking, and so is 17, and 17 says, he says, I'm hoping it's not going to be as bad as what I'm feeling. And just Frieza, he goes, oh, he says, he just starts laughing, and I couldn't help but laugh with this when he's just like laughing. He's, oh, he goes, I thought that would be a good transformation, or a good transformation, or a massive transformation. But Topo, he bulked up. We saw a new side of him. He had this purplish aura around him, and it also showed his pupils got dilated and just transformed. And then we saw the Kai and Belmont say that this is actually now going to be the fight for survival, and this is actually what we are going to be needing. Then it pretty much shows where he says I'm finally going to end this, and then he uses a Kai blast to try to take down Frieza, and Frieza just kind of looks at him. He says, go ahead. He says, I've had this before. And it's a God of Destruction blast that we've seen from Sidra at the same time when he ordered assassins to go after Frieza, and Frieza's like, I've handled this before, and I'll handle this with one hand. He says, no such thing is going to keep me down. And it actually goes right through him. He tries the second hand, and he keeps on saying no such thing, and then he actually gets blasted away. And we don't see him get ring out, but then we see 17 start blasting. But as soon as he unleashes that huge God Destruction blast, it destroyed pretty much almost the entire arena. It had like a huge gap in it, and the entire void just blew up in different colors. It changed colors now. It's like a blue purplish form. It looks absolutely amazing. And we also see, of course, the Grand Priest and Zeno. They're protecting themselves. We also see uh, of course, the Kais and the Angels, they're protecting their area, and then they finally see where most of the arena is now destroyed. Jiren and Goku and Vegeta are just looking around, and then we see 17 go, okay, he says no matter what he does, because everything that touches Topo, whether it's a blast or a rock, it just disintegrates, and it says, okay, Beer says it is destruction. He says you need to be careful, and 17 says, I gotta find an opening, and he goes, what was that? He's all just talking to myself. So as soon as 17 is trying to do everything he can to get an opening on Topo, it doesn't work. And then when finally 17 is using massive ki blast just to take down Topo, he's going so fast that Topo just stands there and takes it. It just goes right through him. It doesn't do nothing. It just disintegrates because it has all this ki around him, and it's that purplish dark ki that we've seen before. It looks absolutely amazing, by the way. The coloring again was absolutely just incredible. And we see where it didn't work, and then he charges 17, and then he charges again, and then he actually Beerus is like, don't worry about it, and then the blast just kind of goes up, and Krillin says, I was close. He says, I get it. He says, he's got to charge before he actually releases it. He says, yeah, but that'll give him an opening. Gohan says, no, not really. He says, because the ki will still protect him. And then as soon as we see that, we see where he's about to release on 17 again, but then Frieza throws a rock in it, and he says, oh, you still survive. And the look of Frieza, he looked like he just got his ass handed to him, and we're not done yet. He had the same look on his face, the same wounds and everything, right when he came back from the Genki Dama in Dragon Ball Z, from Namek Saga, right before he was about ready to kill him. He says, you think that could take me? He says, I'm going to show you what a real good God Destruction is. He says, I'm going to erase you. And he says, and he just kind of looks, he says, rubbish, but he says, but please try. And he unleashes, he says, this is what I'll use to destroy an entire planet, which he did use. He used a signature attack, which he will use to destroy, Namek, planet Vegeta, even he tried on Earth. He throws it at Topo, and Topo just flicks a God Destruction energy, and it just disintegrates the blast, and Frieza's just got this look like, are you fucking kidding me? And he just like goes right up to Frieza, bashes him in the gut, bashes him in the head again, and then picks him up, pretty much does a Broly on him, and he just is crushing his skull. You can literally hear it. He says, I know. He says, if I kill you, he says, I'll be disqualified. He says, but what was that? He says, trash belongs in the trash bin. He says, then very well. And then he kicks Frieza so far, and then looks right about ready that he's about to be eliminated, but 17 throws a rock to stop Frieza, and Frieza literally gets bumped on different edges on the outside of the ring, of the outskirts, and he's literally hanging on. He's like face planted on an edge, and his arms hanging off into the world of void. So he was so close to being eliminated, and 17 goes, oh, sorry, my hand slipped. He says, but you really think you're going to be able to win? He says, I don't know. He says, but I'm damn sure going to try. And then they just both power up, and that is how it ends, ladies and gentlemen. Now, I'm going to say this episode was good. It has a little bit of faults, like with Zeno going, yay, again, guys, I don't like Zeno. It's just, he's really annoying. But it did say that Makrita, and again, it does say that Makrita and Belmont, this was part of Topo's training. He actually finally now has decided to become a God of Destruction, and this is his first appearance of being a God of Destruction to replace Belmont. And even Whis was saying that this is an incredibly powerful energy. And then we also see, of course, where Vegeta and Goku is fighting Jiren. And then, of course, we saw... But with Frieza made me laugh this entire episode, guys. It was just absolutely hilarious. And then, of course, Topo, I gotta say, even though I do not particularly care for Topo, Topo actually has a character. They built him up more a little bit now because, again, it's getting... They normally do that at the end of every arc. They normally make the character or the villain, the hero, whatever, make them look a lot better, which is normal, and I was waiting for them to do that because they actually almost look like you were kind of rooting for Topo in a way. But it was actually great to see Topo actually do something other than just keep saying, justice flash, and it was actually good to see him actually show his candidate of God Destruction, for crying out loud. And I actually thought 17 and Frieza was going to get knocked out. But then we're going to go into next week's episode, which I'm going to talk about in another video, and I'll be previewing and discussing with you guys. So I hope you guys got to go watch the episode. If you guys didn't, go check out Is Online. The subversion's out. That's what I watch. Again, guys, if you're new to the channel, consider about subscribing. Click the notification button so you guys don't miss none of my videos. Also, links down in the description box down as normal. Hope you guys enjoy your night. Hope you guys enjoying your weekend, and I'll be seeing you on the next one. Take care of yourselves.